What's up, y'all? Please don't mind the mess. But then again, look at me. This is what I'm talking about, not that. Don't mind the mess. um, Shout out to Tom. You're 100% spot on, man. And I'm sure a lot of my other people on here on YouTube are completely getting it with the situation at hand. We've got so many, I want to say thank you, and I want to say good job to all my subscribers, to all the people who think like we do, that I know the struggle is real, because holy shit. Some days, I don't know if you're like me, but you just sit there and you want to look at people and be like, I just can't, you can't even fathom the words. You can't even, some days you just, and I don't want to make this sound like a psych session, but maybe it is. You hear these people talk, and they say this, that, or the other, whether it's McCarthy or this football player dying, or the fact that, you know, the new baffle that's occurred for the Speaker of the White House, or whatever Biden's done, or the new things that they want, and their favorite politicians, and what this person did that made you just cream your pants, or made them cream your pants. And you're just kind of like, are you fucking kidding me? Because you talk to these people and they know you. And if you're as vocal as I am, which I'm sure all of you are, it's kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, I've had some really good conversations in the past week. I really have. It was, and from the other side, I was even having a very good conversation with a climate change individual, and he was actually willing to go ahead and say, "Can we at least do something?" And I said, "Well, I'm always a believer in stewardship, which we all are, to take care of what we have. Stewardship. It's a coexistence with nature. But I don't believe that it means we need to annihilate half the fucking population, etc., and go straight to electric cars." He doesn't see it that way. Not that he thinks that. But regardless, it gets frustrating. I just wanted you all to know that it's 2023 now, because obviously everybody didn't know. I actually was just presented with this information, and I wanted to bestow it upon you. But I understand, and I know you're tired. And I know some days you're kind of sitting here saying to yourself, like, what the fuck is this all for? But I want you to know that when you get into those arguments, and when you get into those situations where you're just like, you're praying for the patience of God, and you feel let's just say that, when you feel that, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. And you ain't alone. And someday, maybe not today, or tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that, sooner or later something's going to give that's going to, if God wills it, it's going to break, and you're going to be like, all right, at least I reached that person. It's like Freedom says with his discussions. you actually see that moment when they actually start questioning stuff. And they're not there. They're not taking that leap. But when you jump into that situation where you're willing to have the good debate of liberty, that's how it works. And it's a slow process. It's little victories. That's one of my favorite artists, Chris Knight out of Kentucky. Little victories. There's little victories. Or as a lot of people in football would say, it's the small yards that win it. But I understand your frustration, and I'm not trying to gas you all up here. I just want to let you know I'm feeling the same shit. I'm trying. Those other 2 videos I told you that I was working on, I am still working on. I'm that Towers fella. I'm kind of curious about, but I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna because it's got half of a fucking biography in front of him, and I decided to read it all the way through. So that is still coming. It is still in the works, and there's another video in the works for the Blue Line individuals who believe that, our cops are just the greatest shit since sliced bread. With that being all said, I haven't forgotten about you. Thank you all for staying tuned. I'm sorry I don't put out as much as I used to. But you ain't alone. So keep your head up. Stay strong. Keep fighting, because these little fights that we come across, they're prepping us for the big ones.